Okay, so I thought it would be a good idea to do a how to draw a Zentangle video for you all to try and do. My mum, whenever she tries to do it, she always says that it looks like a little kid's drawn it when she tries to do her own Zentangle, and it really does. So I thought maybe you guys might want to try and do your own, and your kids as well. It's a family friendly video, and if you do your own, I said do. If you do your own Zentangles, then please send me them on Facebook or post them on Facebook or Instagram and tag either my Beth Kitty Artwork page in them or my personal page so that I can see them, because I'd really love to see them. Yeah, I just thought it might be something fun for everyone to do while you're in quarantine. If you're anything like me, you'll be bored out of your mind. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. So I'm gonna just use a pen, go straight in with a pen. I use these graphic line marker pens, but you know, you can use whatever pen you want. I can't even find the right size that I want at the minute, so we might as well use a 5. That one. You can go in with a pencil first if you want, but then it means you'll have to go back over it all, so let's start. So I'm just going to start with a simple little flower. Like that. We'll do an outline on it. Let's do some little petally type bits on here. I know that if you're a bit of a perfectionist, you'll probably want to do it in pencil first, which is what I always used to do. But then sometimes you find that you're making mistakes and you just constantly keep rubbing out, redrawing the same part. But you know, in a Zentangle, I mean, I guess it's called a Zentangle because it's supposed to be relaxing and fun to do. So if you're stressing out because it's not perfect, then it's not a Zentangle, is it? But you know, if you make mistakes, they're not mistakes, they're happy accidents. So just try and make something better out of it. Just do some little liney things there. I mean, the good thing about it is there's not really a wrong way to do it. It's totally up to you what you draw on yours. Let's do some little circles on there. This little patterny thing that I do is probably one of my favourite things to do on Zentangles. I don't really know what you'd call it, a wavy, liquidy looking thing. Yeah. But you know, you just do whatever random shapes you want. You can even put random things in. Love hearts is quite a nice one to do, and everyone's always doing with love hearts. I guess the Zentangle is a bit like it's just a doodle really, but more dedicated, I suppose. Not just a bunch of love hearts and stars on a page. I haven't actually coloured that many of mine because I get worried that I'm going to ruin it when I colour it. But maybe I should colour some of them. You can go back and add little details to some parts too if you feel like it. I like to add like suns in a lot of the time and give them a little smiley face. don't feel like, if you don't want to colour it, don't feel like you have to do it in black pen either. If you've got coloured pens, Sharpies, or like biro coloured pens, I've got a bunch of them that look like this. These ones. Do whatever you want. Do it in coloured pencils. I mean, if you were feeling like really challenging yourself, you could do it straight in paint. But that could be a bit of a mess. If you've got spaces you sort of want to fill in, it's always good to just do these almost like little rainbows and circles, and every now and then to break them up a bit, I like to just put on like petals like that. Once you've got a bit more of a larger area, I like to start trying to add kind of like a bit of a mandala. Make a nice bit like that. Nice big part of a circle. Do another line. Let's do some of these type petals. And a bit of detail. Put some of these here. I sort of like to do this around sort of like each individual thing that I draw. Just, I don't know, maybe because it separates it, and if you are colouring it, it's like, you know, an extra bits of colour and make it pop, I suppose. Let's add, I mean, you can add animals and stuff into a lot of the time. I like to do jellyfish because it kind of goes in quite nice with the pattern, and they're quite easy to do as well. Just starting small like that, and then little wavy bit underneath. Oh, you know, an octopus as well. It's like a similar sort of thing to draw. Do some detail there, and then sort of just go crazy with the tentacles. sometimes it's nice to add a bit of extra detail on these bits as well. But again, it's totally up to you on how much or, you know, little detail that you want. Do some bubbly type bits. Straight around the edge. It'd probably look nice to do my favourite kind of watery, swirly thing around. Like that. I'll add some bits in the gaps if you want. And fill in these little parts next to it. I'm going to use these again. Although you don't have to use the circly type ones. Sometimes I do like triangles, straight lines instead. So go like that. Maybe it'd be cool sometimes to try just like a totally geometric type Zentangle, so all shapes of straight lines. Might be a challenge to try. Put them out like that. Let's do a little fishy pal to go with his jellyfish friend. It's got a big tail. Scales like that. I put him in his own little bubble thing. But any small sort of gap spaces like this, easiest way to fill them in is just with these, or like little clusters of circles like this. You know, if you've been thinking for a while, oh, I wish I knew how to draw Zentangles or some crazy doodles. Well, now, during the pandemic, is the time to be learning. So grab your pens and get to work. I just thought it might be, I don't know, give people something to do if they're bored. I mean, even your kids, you know, if your kids want to try it, because it's totally free. You know, they can draw all sorts on it, their favourite animals and different flowers, things like that. I mean, if you get a bit stuck for what to do, if you do have any colouring books that have a lot of patterns and things in, I refer back to them sometimes to get ideas. It definitely helps if you're getting a bit stuck. I'm going to do some little leafy type things here. Do another little one here. Okay. I mean, I can kind of, because of my big painting on my wall, I often turn around and have a look at that for some ideas as well. Oh yeah, let's do some of these like splash type things, I guess, like splashes of water. We do some little patterns inside. And the bigger you do them, the more stuff you can fit inside. I think one of the reasons that I sort of recommend using this type of pen as well is that it don't really smudge. They dry pretty fast, so you know, if you keep going back over it, they're quite good to use. I was going to test it then, but I'm a bit scared that I'll show it and it won't. Yeah, I mean, it smudges a tiny bit if you touch it straight after, but it's not too bad. I suppose with biros and things like that, the ink can stay a bit wet for a while, so like that. Fill in some of these gaps with a little swirly friend. Let's do an ice lolly. Just go around like that. I'll make it so it's melting a little bit. Do a stick coming under there. Like that. You know, things like that, you want to colour it. Quite fun to colour in too. Sometimes when I used to do sort of big doodle things with random objects, it helps to just ask someone for something random. I mean, sometimes they'll give you rubbish answers and you'll be like, no, I'm not putting a lamp in there. But you know, I mean, if you put in a fancy lamp, it might look pretty good. do, and normally I try and always remember, although sometimes I haven't, to put a little dude in there. So you just do a little like that, and he's got these little eyes. I always do one bigger than the other, and then a little smile. That's the little dude that I normally try and put in all my Zentangles, because, you know, some people said it's like a game. They love looking for the little man in all the drawings. Let's do, should we do a little cat somewhere? But you know, the good thing about Zentangles is it doesn't need to be perfect, you know, even if you're thinking, oh well, I'm rubbish at drawing cats, or I'm rubbish at drawing this. It doesn't matter, it's supposed to look, you know, a little goofy and different. It's not supposed to be perfect. People are just gonna think I'm covering for it looking rubbish. But you know, it don't have to be. It's supposed to be cutesy and fun. Ooh, I might do a little paw print somewhere as well. Let's do a paw print here. Fill in some of these gaps. But yeah, just throw in whatever you want. I'm gonna, so like your favourite food, my favourite food obviously is pizza. So I don't think I've ever put one of them in before, so that could be pretty fun. We're putting a little pizza slice somewhere. And that, we do a bit of runny cheese off the side. Stick whatever toppings you want on it. We'll put on some pepperoni. Is probably the best one to do because everything else looks a little bit messy. Little bits of pepperoni. Making myself hungry now, thinking about pizza. Yummy. Oh, your favourite drink? Your favourite drink might be a bit harder unless it's, I don't know, like a cocktail or something. But you could do some fruit. I think on some stuff before I've done like the inside of a lemon or an orange, because that looks pretty nice on this kind of thing. We put do one here. So you do sort of like the outer circle, because that's like the skin. Here we do a little one inner of that, which is that white stuff you get on it. Sort of roughly find the centre. I always find this feels fun to do in the kind of pattern as well, you know, because I use these kind of teardrop shapes a lot, so it really works nice. Lovely. Sometimes I put a little bit of detailing, not too circles. Who keeps messaging me? Adrian Mull interrupting my video. Ooh. Spilling a few more of these cats. You know, I think it's nice how you slowly see it come together, and when you're dotting stuff out and then filling in the spaces around it. I like to do as well, which is quite a good one. Let's do it down here. Is the like vine with the leaves on it. So I quite find that like a love heart shape is pretty nice to do. Looks nice on it, and it's quite easy. Simple but effective looking. But, you know, you don't have to do them as big as this. Sometimes I do like a smaller one, which I don't always use love hearts on that one. More sort of just little, like little half circles. I'm trying to keep the page straight so it looks good for the video, but it's, you know, it's easier when you're drawing it if you sort of turn the page with your drawing. And don't worry about all these little leaf petal things being the same size, because they never will be, and you'll just lose your mind trying to make them all exactly the same. Although someone might show me up now, will do one and go, oh well, I did all mine perfectly. Like, good for you. Well done. If only I was so lucky. Yeah, sometimes, you know, either side of it looks a bit uneven, but that doesn't matter. It's just natural. A lot of leaves in the real world, things like this, are not all symmetrical. Bless me. No, I'm not ill. I'm just allergies probably. Like that. And then again, I like to do my little thing around the whole edge. Which, when I have coloured this, I like to do each sort of love heart leaf thing, like dark green, light green, over and over again. And then the this outside bit that I'm putting around it, I like to do in yellow. It makes it pop. Looks good. That. And the same on the other side. The little leafy that I kind of like to do sometimes, which I haven't done for a while actually, it's just more like, you know, like the little petally type things like that. Which I don't really like so much, but you know, it can be cute. I do think sometimes I used to do it another way as well, but I can't really remember it now. I'd have to look back on some of my old designs. he's rumbling. Like that. Yep. Let's do that. Wasn't actually really how I wanted that to look. But you know, there's no mistakes, just happy accidents. Who was it that said that? Is it Bob Ross? I feel like it's Bob Ross, or is it just something off like the Art Attack show? I'm not sure. We do what I was meaning to do over there, but here instead. So you sort of have the same start and end point each time, like that. So, you know, it's simple, but it does look nice. And you can then add another point to enter to. I ended up doing the other type one of them I did. Let's put some of these in. I just need to blow my nose. Apologies. So yeah, don't really know what else to demonstrate. Yeah, when I did this one, this was in it's a finer pen, which one I wanted to use, but I can't find it. But, you know, things like, should we do something like this? Yeah, let's show that. So if we do it, just do it down here. It's quite a good place. So, you know, this is kind of like the, bit like a, would it be a crescent moon type shape? Some little lines in here. do some swirly wavy things. Like that. Something else that I really like to do, which is almost what I've done over there, you just draw swirls like that. I normally do it over like a big curved edge like this because it looks nice. You know, it's sort of like, I like to think of it as kind of like waves or something, but then sometimes I also think it looks like swish rolls. So, you know, I wish I had a swish roll, I'm hungry. Like that. And then I go over the top like this. Like that. And then I sort of like to put some lines in, makes it look a bit 3D, but that's probably why I end up thinking it looks like swish rolls, because it looks more like rolls once you put this bit on the top. Like that. So that's a nice one to do. Although one that looks a bit more like a wave would probably be like that. That's not like waves. I've got a big one that's got that on my bedroom wall. Well, I say my bedroom, not my bedroom, my craft room wall. There's no bed in here. Like that. Do some like long flaily things that look a bit like super long hot dogs. I don't know why my brain relates everything to food. Dear me. I can't even think of something else that they could be if they weren't hot dogs. Super long fingers, I suppose. Oh, I actually really like that. I think that looks good. Some of that in there. Let's have a quick look on the one again. Let's see. Yeah, the half moon's quite fun to do for little filler parts too, if you're struggling a bit for ideas. Oh, this is what I do a lot on them. Let's do one of those. Do it here. So you just do it like that. Like that. I normally do about 3 on the bottom level, but I mean you can do more and you can do it bigger or smaller if you wanted. Like that. And then I do down lines, across lines, and down lines on the same one, and then across lines, and then on the next two I think I do it like this because I don't really want like there to be one that's got the same lines going across right next to each other, so then you do the across lines there and then the down lines there, and then if you put another one on top you do both down and across again, like that. And put some more swirlies round. But yeah, so this is how you do Zentangles. But yeah, it's just totally free. It's up to you what you want to put in it. You don't have to do flowers if you don't want. You could do a totally food themed one with swirls around it if you really wanted, or animals. But yeah, I guess the point is to just have fun with it and relax, don't stress. And remember, if you want to do pencil first and go over it, you can, but you know, it's like you've got to draw the whole thing twice, then it'd take forever. So yeah, I think I'll leave it there. And if you want to, like, because I sometimes like to hide my Beth Kitty artwork thing in there somewhere, so if you want to hide your name in it to claim your work, be a bit sneaky, you can. Hide mine in here. Ta-da! And that's today's art lesson with Beth. Hope you enjoyed it.